I was going to get a haircut before this.
I was planning on doing that too, and then the week. Although I did really spend some time trying to get the lines as crisp as I could
Really good.
at home.
Beard lines?
Yeah.
Dude, I've those up sometimes.
Yeah,
It's
me
like,
too.
Oh, no.
I actually made a small mistake and had to adjust the rest to the mistake.
Terrible feeling.
Yeah, that's all right.
No one notices, but still.
But I know.
Yeah.
You know for sure.
Yeah.
I know I'll trim like right above my lip and I'll fuck up. I'm like, and
Yeah.
Maddie's like, what'd you do? And I'm like, can't you see? And she
Duh.
goes,
The little
"What are you talking
stash
about?"
is the toughest, man.
Yeah.
And one of my best friends growing up always had like the cleanest stash. Like it was perfect. And I would just be in awe of just like, how do you must spend time every single day, like just plucking whatever it was always impressive.
Yeah. My barber always like does like the perfect fade into my haircut and then fade into my beard. So it's like,
Right.
after that, it's just like, I'm just trying to get the lines.
no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
You get a barber? Who's your barber?
Yeah. Rachel. Shout out Rachel from Gent.
What'd she do me?
Yeah, dude. She's incredible. Seriously.
I'm trying to get like my wedding hair.
Oh,
Well-
she's, where do you go?
I go to Goodfellas Barber in Northeast, and it's actually owned and operated by one of my oldest friends from high school. Again, shout out Leah. And yeah, she's unbelievable.
Damn.
And for me, I like to go because I say, hey, whatever you think looks best on me,
Yeah.
you're in charge today.
Yeah.
So I change it up a little bit from time to time, you know.
I might hook me up.
We got you. We'll hook you up
Whoever
for sure.
hooks me up first.
I have nothing. I mean, you can go to wherever. Where's
do I go?
Goodfellas?
Northeast Minneapolis, so like basically right off of 17th and Washington in Northeast.
Okay.
So like,
Will I get shot?
No.
good.
Northeast it's the arts district, man.
Man,
Northeast is where it's at. We got to get you guys down for Art World this year.
what is that?
It's like
think I've been
the
there.
biggest art festival in the state of
Food
Minnesota.
and-
Yeah, it's just
yeah.
basically they turn all of Northeast Minneapolis, everyone that has an art studio there, just opens it to
It's
the
like
public.
blocks, right?
It's
like you walk
it's
around
basically
and-
miles. Yeah, the whole city, and
Damn.
there are certain areas where they change the rules for the weekend, so you can have open containers and walk around.
Yes.
And, one of my best friends has a studio down there, and I basically move into his studio for the weekend.
Shit, yeah.
I just get a bag full of koozies and a cooler full
Yeah.
of beer, and anyone that comes in, I'm like,
Here you go.
yeah.
The one year I
let's
went,
talk.
I just got super high, and you just walk around and eat, and
It's the best.
yeah, it's so fun.
I went to the art district in Vegas,
How was that?
which is
Interesting.
kind of like in between the Strip and Fremont. Unique.
Yeah, a little, yeah.
It was just unique. It's honestly really close to where the Pawn Star shop is.
Oh, I drove by that when I was in Vegas
Yeah.
for a Vegas tour.
Me and Maddie, we flew into Vegas. We dropped off our luggage and we went right to the pawn shop. It was the first place Maddie wanted
Did you
to
go in?
Yeah, dude.
Nice. Was there a big line?
No, dude. We walked in. We looked at shit. And
A regular store.
yeah.
'Cause when I went-
we walked out. We went to the fucking Rick's barbecue and had some beers and some barbecue. And this was like 3 hours after I passed out on the plane. I had a seizure, so it was a fucking day. And
another story.
I was nervous as shit because I had to ask her to marry me like 4 hours after
yeah,
that.
duh.
So it was a day. But man, that barbecue, unreal.
Really?
Love to
Unreal.
hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I went, there was a line around the block just to get into.
Damn.
But that was also when Pawn Stars was like at its peak.
Yeah.
Peak on.
Before the
Onto-
reruns.
Yeah, before
Yeah.
the reruns. Yeah, when
Yeah.
they were still new and live.
Yeah.
We watch it every night.
Love that.
It's a great
Yeah.
show, and you actually learn a lot.
It's not as bad as like The Bachelor.
Not as bad as Bachelor's great, but
It's all right.
Like brain
No,
rot?
I love it. dude.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as like watching. I don't know, Vegas, Matt.
I only watch sports, so I have no.
Really?
I don't watch anything other than
no
really sports.
documentaries.
I
Sport
I
documentaries?
enjoy sport
all right.
documentaries. 100. I've watched The Last Dance 5 million
Yeah.
times. I take it personal, you know.
Yeah.
What's the golf one?
First, full swing?
Yeah, you watch that?
I do. Yes, it always just brings back bad memories of me not picking the right golfer in the tournament the previous year. But yeah, no, I try to watch it. The
Fucking
Formula One
idiot.
Drive to Survive.
I heard that's
Oh,
unreal.
who was it? Someone just said, David Gutierrez.
Yeah,
he was
loves-
saying that was like incredible.
Very good. Highly recommend. It
And
got
it's
me
like,
into
I
Formula
was
One. Yeah.
fucking
That's
just
what he
gonna say
said.
that,
Yeah. He's like, if you're not into it, watch that and you'll be into it.
Yeah, I watched, I think, 3 episodes, and I paused it. I drove to Best Buy and bought the racing wheel.
No way.
I downloaded the Formula One video game, and that was like the only thing I did on Twitch for like the next 2 years. Is I just raced Formula One cars. I like became a full F1
Are you a big
fanboy.
Twitch guy?
I used to be, yeah.
Okay.
Still?
I still enjoy watching it from time to time, but
Would
I
you
don't
get
stream.
back into it?
Yeah. If it's just this job that we do takes up a lot of time. I like to
Yeah.
golf. I coach sports, so there's only so much time in the day. And for me, video games have always been like a release from reality, right?
Oh,
I
yeah.
can veg out and get into my Madden franchise or whatever for 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, whatever.
Yeah.
When I was streaming, it started to feel like a job.
100. Yeah.
And then it was like, okay, this isn't my release anymore. Now I have my real job, and then I have to be on at this time to,
Yeah.
follow this schedule. And if you want to be successful, you have to follow a schedule. You just have
Yeah.
to be consistent.
Did you a lot of people watch?
Yeah.
I had a couple of times, I was a moderator for a fairly large streamer, a guy named Dan Giesling. He won like season 10 of Big Brother on CBS.
Wild.
So he's kind of like one of those, like, I guess you could call pseudo celebrities. And I moderated for his channel, and he rated me a couple of times with like 3 to
that's awesome.
5,000 viewers. And I think at my peak, I had like 110 subscriptions on Twitch.
Damn.
That's like
huge.
110 people paying to watch me ad free.
Damn, dude.
What games was it? Only Formula One?
That was my most successful streaming game, and that's again is kind of where it was like, okay, do I play a game that I don't want to play, but then I know people want to watch me play, or do I
Right.
play the game I like to play or I want to play tonight? I'm kind of again just it's an escape for me. So anything that I kind of feel but I'm very big into like the team building, dynasty, multiple year
Like
draft
sports?
sports
Oh, okay,
stuff
yeah.
like that. Yeah, where you draft the young 18-year-old phenom and
Build
becomes
them
the
up.
best twin player. And in Minnesota, it's nice to actually see a team win from time to time.
Do they have actual high school players?
No.
Or is it made
You
up?
can't do that.
Oh, okay. That's
yeah,
what I
no, they don't
thought,
have
but-
even just getting the college football
College.
game back this year was a 7 to
yeah.
10 year endeavor.
Damn.
Some guy that never played but got his degree from Penn State, I believe it was Ed O'Bannon, I think was his name. Never played like on the field, but was on the team. Became a lawyer and realized, EA Sports used my likeness. I could sue them for that.
Oh shit.
And then it became like this class action lawsuit of like any college athlete over the last X amount of years could
Yeah.
jump in. And I want to say EA Sports lost like $1 billion. Like,
It was
like
outrageous.
yeah.
EA Sports always fucks people with those microtransactions
Oh, I
too.
hate it. Yeah, I hate it.
the
But they
worst.
also have the monopoly on all the good sports games.
They
so.
do, yeah. Yeah.
But, well, let's get
It's a long intro, but
welcome
good way
back
to
to
start.
the Podgods.
Yeah.
I'm Brady Hall, and I'm the second host of the Podgods,
No.
followed by the better,
I'm the other
better
host.
looking,
Yeah, right.
smarter, more
Older,
intelligent, older,
Elderly.
sexier, has a kid.
I'll take that.
I don't. I have 2 cats. You have 1.
2 great cats.
Jake Luttrell.
Billy.
Billy, how do you say your last name?
Anstett.
Billy Anstett. Welcome
Anstett.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. Yes, I'm a fan of the Pod Gods, and it's kind of almost weird being on a podcast that I actually watch fairly regularly.
That's awesome.
in. I'm a fan of Billy, so
Well, I appreciate
it works
that.
out. Just gonna say it right off the bat. I love your hat.
Thank you.
And
It's
what
tis
does it
the
say?
week.
What,
Oh, yeah.
What does this week mean to you as a golf fan?
Oh, it's everything. This is the Masters week is everything. I mean, I used to take this week off of work, the whole week, not just Thursday and Friday, but the whole week.
Pre-gaming the first 3 days.
Yeah,
And then-
getting your gambling lineup set to
Oh,
go,
sure, yeah.
and I like this guy, and thinking that you know what you're doing, and dissecting the stats and all that kind of stuff. No, it's the most wonderful time of year. It's, as you said, it's a tradition unlike any other.
I think my favorite part about the Masters is that they literally change their verbiage.
Yeah,
How they talk on the broadcasting is different. They can't use the word rough. It has to be second cut. They
Really?
can't use the word fans. It's patrons.
patrons. Yeah.
They say all these different things to make this tournament unlike any other sporting event in the world.
I didn't know that.
There is so many amazing traditions with this one tournament that makes it my favorite. I'm going to say this right now, my favorite sporting event every year.
I agree.
Wow.
And it's like, it's not even close for me.
The Super Bowl I get excited for, but then it's over. The Masters is 4 days of just glory.
Bliss.
Man, I would say I like March Madness more than the Super Bowl. I think the Super Bowl is low on my list.
I just want the Vikings to win one so bad. That's why
This is
That's
true.
why I love it. But no, the Masters it's a bucket list thing for me. Any of us could buy tickets any year, but I will only go when I get them the old-fashioned way.
If I get selected in the lottery, but
Exactly.
I've entered in
there's a
every
lottery?
single year. Yeah, dude, you
I didn't
can't
even
just
know
like,
that.
Yeah.
like Billy said, you can just go buy tickets, but they're
Yeah.
like 10 grand.
Where is it? Is it always at the same place every
Augusta National,
Yeah,
in Augusta,
since
Georgia.
1936 was
Yep.
I think maybe 32 they played one, but the actual Masters I think started 1936.
Yep.
That was
Bobby
the
Jones,
first one?
Bobby Jones created the course.
Yeah,
Bobby Jones is one of the greatest golfers of all time.
designed by Alistair McKenzie, and I'm such a Masters nerd that now me and my best friend Nick we have a goal to play every Alistair McKenzie golf course in the world.
Good luck.
How many
Thank
are
you.
there?
I don't know
Augusta's-
the full count, but I know that we've ticked off like at least 4 or 5 at this point.
Yeah.
Augusta's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, it's going to be real tough, but I do potentially have an in there. One of my best friends is playing Memorial Day weekend and has a family member
No
in
way.
the works on property year round. So who knows? It's
Jake,
all about who you know.
This is the most secluded golf course in the world. Like,
Really?
You can't just be like, hey, I want to be a member. How much money do I need to bring? You can't do that. They have to invite you to become a member. And to even become a member is like $2 million.
A year, or just that's
I-
like
I'm not
the
sure.
I think
Yeah.
that's just probably the get in. I don't even know if there is a set number. And for the people that like get invited, I don't even think it's like a money thing. It's not even overly like there's more expensive golf clubs in existence.
Oh, there is.
But it's how hard it is to get the
legacy
invite.
of-
Just to
Because
get the invite.
it's like, who was it? I want to say Bill Gates tried to get in.
Yeah, no
And they
dice.
said no.
fuck that guy.
Yeah, no dice.
It's crazy.
That is not. That's kind of cool though.
Honestly, like, bucket list on my something I will do before I die is go to Augusta.
Oh, for sure. I'm right there with you.
You know what the best part about, again, a tradition and like unlike anything else in sports right now, you watch the Masters this week, you will not see one single cell phone.
Not one.
Why is that?
They
Check
will-
'em in.
They will not allow cell phones in the house on the facilities. There's payphones if there's an emergency,
Right.
but that's it.
Wow. That makes it way cooler than because my dad was like a huge golfer, and I'd go to the course. He belonged to Bent Creek. I don't know if you.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So I was there like my whole childhood, and but he always watched golf every weekend. I always thought it was so boring, but as I've gotten older, I've like started to appreciate sports more and all the stuff my dad was into. But I never knew that about the Masters. So like, if they call you for the lottery, and they're like, "Hey, we got a ticket for you. How much are you paying?"
Like $60,
Yeah.
$100.
Yeah,
like
it's not too
dirt
bad.
cheap.
Yeah.
Excuse me, it's
What?
dirt cheap.
You know what else is crazy? Go get a fucking cheese sandwich.
A pimento cheese sandwich and
Yeah.
a beer will cost you $7. I just looked at the menu.
Yeah.
Sandwiches are $2.50, beers are $5. They haven't changed their prices since like the 1970s.
Yeah. It's so cool.
So how many people are in the lottery?
Oh, that enter the lottery?
Yeah, I
Probably
mean,
hundreds of
That
thousands.
like actually get out.
Yeah,
Of it.
they get picked.
I would say what 10 to 15,
Oh, that's fine.
10 to 15,000, maybe 20,000 people a day are on property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe like 60,000 or maybe like 60,000 total
60,
tickets.
70,000, yeah.
And if you get picked, is it for the whole, like, how many
No.
days?
It
It's
might
just
be-
one
You
day?
get picked Monday practice round. You could get picked for Sunday the final round.
Wow.
You can't run on the course. If you get caught running, you get thrown out.
And then so you get picked, do they choose what hole you're at, the spot? It's just,
So that's one of the coolest parts of the spectators of the Masters is you can't run, but you get to your spot when you get there and you put a chair down and then that's your chair.
yeah.
No one will move it. It'll sit there empty all day, so you can mark your spot, and then you can go walk around, go get some beer, get some food, see some holes. You come back, your chair will be open all day. No one will take it.
So people are practicing like speed walking.
Literally.
Up until
because they want to
Masters,
get to that spot.
Wow.
On 18.
That's incredible.
And I just saw a TikTok, I think it was a TikTok of an interview, like asking all the players, like if you were a spectator or a patron, where would you sit on the course? What's the best spot? And they were saying, I think I would sit on the first tee because you can see the first tee shots. You can see them come in on 9. You can see their tee shots on 10. And like it's
calculated.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You can
That's
really get
cool.
into it. And I think the coolest thing is I know probably 50 people that have actually been to Augusta. Like I know a fair amount of people that have been there, and every single one of those people say the same thing. It is so goddamn hilly.
Yeah.
You cannot tell exactly how undulated everything is, but it's one of the hilliest courses I've ever walked in my life.
Yeah, TV does not give those undulations justice at all.
Yeah.
It's just set like onto a hillside. I've gotten really nerdy into the history of the course and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm obsessed with the Masters.
When Tiger won in 01, when he won by like fucking 20 or whatever.
He won his first one in 97. I think his big win would have been 01, 02, something like that.
And he won by like a lot, and they had to Tiger proof the course.
What does that mean?
So they legit like redesigned the golf course to make it harder.
Oh, he set the bar so high that it's like
They're like, we don't want somebody to win by this much.
Yeah, they had to move tee boxes back because he hit the ball so much further than anyone's ever hit it.
Yeah.
That he was landing in spots the course you weren't designed to be playing from.
Yeah.
And he just turned the course into he ran laps around it.
Yeah.
Wow.
They did that with like almost
incredible.
every course in the PGA. They had to Tiger proof that to a certain extent.
And
That's
now it's
funny.
like they just made more adjustments this year.
Yeah, I think they officially
13?
are rolling the ball back, right? At some point, that's been announced. Like they're going to roll the ball back in
Which
2028 or something because they just can't keep up. There's not enough land to keep making these courses longer.
And there's the technology. The golf clubs are so good that
Oh, sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
a Brooks Koepka or Bryson DeChambeau can hit it 400 yards. Like,
Yeah.
You said Bryson?
Yeah.
Is that the guy with the YouTube channel that played with Trump?
Yeah.
Yep.
That is like what kind of like sparked my interest back into, because I played golf when I was younger, but that was like his
was
YouTube
cool.
channel is cool. Dude, Trump is like,
Low-key, did you watch that,
Dude,
Bryson?
I have a crush on Bryson DeChambeau. I've been a fan of his since he was an amateur.
Yeah.
I've won a lot of money gambling on him throughout the years.
I got 100 on him to win the Masters.
I love to hear that. So I've been watching his YouTube content.
Yeah.
It's hard for me. That's kind of like my guilty nightly wind down to go to bed as I watch YouTube.
oh, sure.
Yeah.
And I'm such a golf nerd. So yeah, I've watched all of his stuff. Yeah.
Him and Trump was incredible. His
How
swing is
cool
so ugly, though.
Was that fucking episode?
Yeah.
Him bringing out Trump, like,
He just had one where they hit a hole in one over his own house.
Oh,
dude,
yeah,
that was
I saw
amazing.
that.
I would every day after work, I'd go home and pull up his
Serious.
TikTok and be like, "Did he get it? Did he get it?" Like,
Yeah, no, it's he does some good stuff. He definitely has done a good job kind of changing the perception of him because he used to be like one of the most hated.
Isn't he like a whiny baby kind of?
I
Yes.
used to. I'll be very honest. I used to fucking hate that guy.
Yeah, most people did.
5
He was
years
very
ago?
unpopular.
Somebody said Bryce. I'm like, get out of here.
Yeah,
I don't even
there was
wanna
that whole
talk to you.
Brooks Koepka thing
Yeah.
going on. I've just been a fan of him. I liked the hat that he wore when he was an amateur. He kind of wore that old Payne Stewart, and he wore like the pants up and all that. I'm like, this guy's kind of just different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He did the all the same length irons. I'm a King Cobra fanboy. He's sponsored by King Cobra. So I'm like, oh, this is my guy. So I've just been a fan of him since day one. I've never really wavered. And it was even easier to be a fan of him when the whole world hated him. Because I'm like, this has been my guy from day one.
Heel.
Yeah, exactly. I'm rallying behind him. You know what I mean?
I think him winning the U.S. Open was super cool.
Epic.
Yeah.
It was him winning or Rory losing, however you want to look at it.
Not a Rory fan.
I just think I want him to win more. I just get
I would-
sick of
I
being
would-
like he's the best, and then he just doesn't win when you think he's going to win.
When you bet on him.
When I bet on him.
I would love to see Rory win this week.
Yeah, he's my pick, and like my big pool.
Yeah.
Like he's my pick to win. I would love to see it. I love Rory. I think it'd be good for the game of golf.
It would be great.
But Tiger's my guy. I grew up in
Dude,
the
I
prime
wish.
Tiger Woods era. And anytime someone says he's the next Tiger Woods, I automatically like have a little grain of salt against, because I'm like, you're not going to be the next Tiger Woods.
Or like make as big of an impact.
Yeah, no one ever will. No one will ever change the game. Like, no one maybe has ever had a bigger impact on an individual sport than Tiger Woods had in any sport.
Maybe
really.
Jordan.
Yeah,
I don't even know,
he
but you
didn't
could
change
throw
the
in-
game. He just grew the game.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You could say
Right.
Michael
Literally
Jordan,
changed the game.
or you could say Magic Johnson. Like, you could throw a bunch of names in there
Yeah.
for a lot of sports, but
But Tiger grew the game and physically changed. Like, they physically had to buy more land
Yeah.
and make the courses longer because of how good he was at the game.
Yeah.
So he like changed how it was played. Steph Curry changed the game of basketball, how it's played
Everybody's
with shooting threes.
3 points.
But the NBA didn't get that much more popular with Steph Curry, right? The NBA exploded in popularity with Michael Jordan.
Yeah, and style too with the shoes, and marketing that. Same with Tiger though. I feel like it opened up for like younger people to like golf.
That's how I got into the game, is just
Yeah.
by watching Tiger and watching this dude with a big baggy polo and fist pumping. And I'm
Yeah,
like, that's
yeah.
what I do when I make a putt.
Yeah.
Like, that's awesome.
it's so cool. I mean, golf is such a fun, unique sport that, man, if you're not into it, it's grown so much.
Oh, COVID
COVID?
was. I had
Yeah.
all my friends that never golfed. And it's been great from our friend group, because now we just always, and now they're having kids, and their kids are starting to get to the age where they can golf. So now we all go out and we golf together, and yeah, it's such
yeah.
a great thing. And from a business standpoint, you want to figure out if you want to work with somebody ever, go play 18 holes of golf with them.
See
Yeah.
if you get sick of them.
Because you get 4 hours to just.
That
Yeah.
and just how do they handle diversity? Because I guarantee you, if you've never swung a golf club before, if you play 18 holes, you're going to run into some adversity for sure,
Yeah.
right? Like, there's going to be a point where you hit a bad shot, where your ball's behind a tree, where you duff 3 in a row. And is that type of person that starts throwing their club and blames their equipment and
yeah.
this, that, and the other? Or do they go, man, I just suck at this game. Like, at least we're outside having fun. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm chilling with you, Billy, right?
Make
Like,
the best of a worse situation.
that's who I want to
Yeah.
go into business with. That's the
100%.
person that I want to get into sticky situations with, not the guy throwing his club causing a temper tantrum because he missed a 2-foot putt. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Go ahead, Jake.
I was just gonna say. Well, it's gonna kind of get off subject, but
Oh, let me stay on
Yeah,
subject here quick. When I play with business partners, it's always I have so many business partners that want to play with me because they've never seen golf at a high level
Yeah.
in person or played with. And I think that's my favorite part about playing with business partners is 4 or 5 holes in, they're just like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Why do you
so
keep
good.
doing this? Like, why do you keep hitting it down the fairway? Why
Right
is
down
it
the middle.
400 yards?
Yeah, but how many hours of your life have you practiced golfing?
Thousands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just bought my golf membership today with for Maddie, too.
Congratulations.
Me and Matt.
Congratulations.
Where at?
Love to hear
Elk
that.
River.
oh yeah, that makes
I'm going to be on
sense.
the board, too.
What does that mean?
Make some changes.
Yeah, make that golf course my bitch.
Fucking A, love to hear that.
Go ahead, Jake. Switch topic.
Speaking of golf, though, what do you guys think of Happy Gilmore 2 coming out?
Oh,
Dude, come on.
I'm scared.
I am petrified.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch it. It's
Yeah.
going to be unreal, but it will never be as good as the
Yeah.
first one. And they're going to try to be as good as the first one because that's the point of making it number 2.
Yeah.
What if it is?
Well, I'm going to be ecstatic and life will be even better than it is now. But, you know, I
this
just
is
don't
true, yeah.
foresee that
I
happening.
just, yeah, no. They captured a moment with like the 90s, like energy and humor, and I think it's gone to try and modernize. I don't know.
I'll be curious.
I can't wait to
I'll be
watch
there.
it, though. It's going to
Yeah,
be
I was like,
must-watch
I'll
TV.
be there.
I hope they don't play it safe. And like,
I don't think they're gonna.
No?
And I mean, they involved a bunch of professional golfers, which
Bryce
I
is
know.
in
Yeah,
it,
I'm very
like-
excited about that.
oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
A lot of the OG cast is there.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all Adam Sandler's boys. They've been in all his other movies.
Oh,
So like,
yeah.
they're going to be
Yeah.
in that.
Yeah, true.
Shooter McGavin's back. You know, like it's gonna. But it's just one of those things where like when something is so good, the first time, it's hard to live up to that.
That was like Dumb and Dumber 2 when it came out.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, come on.
Even, you know what sequel that did okay?
What?
I think Inside Out 2 was pretty good.
Incredible. Yeah, I thought it was really
that's
good.
fair.
I think they
Yeah.
did a pretty good job.
Yep. One recently that we watched, a sequel. I don't know if you guys are into horror movies, but Smile.
Nah, I'm not into horror
The
movies.
second one that came out was actually better than the first. But other than that, yeah, sequels usually flop.
I mean, would you consider Black Sheep a sequel to Tommy Boy, or would that not count?
No.
That's not a sequel?
Are they even?
I think it's
no.
two
I mean,
different.
it's two
Yeah.
completely different stories, but they're
They're similar.
Same character, same actors, same kind of characters
kind of same
too,
character,
honestly.
right? Yeah.
But,
Two great movies, though.
They
Two
are
of my
great.
all-time.
Yeah.
Chris Farley's
Those
my
are
all-time favorite
incredible.
human being to ever live. R.I.P.
dude.
Chris Farley.
No
Yeah.
kidding, though.
Legend.
No kidding. You know what else is sad? It's actually a documentary I'm watching right now. Quiet on Set. Have you guys seen that?
Oh, the Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
No, I have heard
Man.
people have talked about it, but I haven't watched it yet.
It's all about basically, Nickelodeon.
Abuse,
B-
sexual abuse.
Yeah.
and- How old are you, Billy?
Molestation.
35.
Okay, so yeah, did you grew up with Nickelodeon?
Yeah, dude, Drake and Josh.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I was more of like Hey Arnold and all that.
All that, yeah. Hey Arnold was big. Hey
Doug.
Arnold was kind of one of those, because I have a football head, so it's always kind of like hit home for me.
Yeah.
Hey Arnold. But yeah, no, Doug. Even just like the slime, the game shows that they would have where they, dump the green slime on people and stuff.
There was one.
What was the-
Legends of the Hidden Temple?
Is that the
Oh, gosh.
Juggle one? I remember
Yes,
that one, dude.
was-
That was
I wanted to
that
be
was
on that show more than
incredible.
anything.
Yeah. I've been. What's it on HBO?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty sad.
Yeah.
It's just like to see what Drake Bell went through, and it's so sad.
He
Just
was-
like seeing the police reports of like foreign objects put inside.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
definitely not good.
No,
He was just on Josh.
that's what made me watch it.
Yeah.
because I watched that podcast.
That was a great podcast.
Really good podcast.
Yeah.
Both episodes were great. Honestly.
Yeah, I think there's part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but-
Well, that's where I guess if we're kind of going to go down this road, I just had an epiphany the other day of why my all-time favorite show got canceled. So my all-time favorite show is Marco Polo on Netflix. I don't know if you've ever watched it.
No.
If you haven't, would highly recommend it. And there was 2 seasons, and it was kind of one of those shows where you felt like it just abruptly ended. And then I
sucks.
rewatched it for the first time in a while, and when they give like the intro screen, it says like a Weinstein Company, and I'm like, oh, that's why they stopped making that show.
Around the same time he had.
Yeah. I was like, the
yeah.
production company that made it ceased to exist. So,
Yeah, that makes
oh,
sense.
yeah, not fun.
You wonder what, like, behind the scenes, just all those actors and actresses, kid actors especially, what they go through with these weirdos in Hollywood.
And then their parents too, putting extra pressure on to do. Yeah, no, just a crazy, crazy world. I actually tried out for a movie when I was a kid. Now let me try to think of what movie it was. I'm not going to be able to think of it, but I like tried out, and I left, and I was like, wow, I think I might actually get this movie role. And then no, it was like Macaulay
Never got a call back.
Culkin or
Oh,
like some
yeah.
like actual famous.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, but every time I ever saw it, like, it was not a popular movie, and now I'm drawing a blank on it. Now I really wish that I could think of the name of it, but it's like a movie that when I saw, anytime I saw it for years later, I'm like,
I tried out for that.
that could have been me.
Yeah.
My life could have been a lot different.
What should be like The Sandlot?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I would believe me, I would
Little
have known if I
Rascals.
tried out for the Sandlot. I was an extra. I don't think it ever made it, but I was an extra in House of Cards when I lived down the East
Whoa.
Coast in Washington,
wow.
D.C.
Speaking of child predator,
Yeah, I mean,
did you guys have seen E.T., right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the child actor in that, I forget his name, but they showed his where you try out to see if you're qualified to be
His
play a
audition?
part. His audition. Couldn't think of the word.
It's all right.
Yeah, and it's incredible. Like tears, like on spot, crying. Like I wish I could show you guys, but he's so good.
I had a buddy that was in extra on Babylon.
Whoa, that's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. Like, there's a scene of him, like, in the battle scene at the beginning of the movie where his legs literally, like, cut open. What? Have you-
I feel like you showed me.
Yeah. And the director's, like, pouring, like, water or, like, alcohol on him. And it's literally, I was like, bro, that
Wow.
is actually so sick.
Crazy.
Maybe half a second.
Yeah,
But, like, we paused it. We're like, holy shit, that's actually him. Like,
that's his leg getting ripped apart.
Yeah.
That's a huge movie too, right?
Huge movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was like,
Yeah.
yeah, dude, fucking Brad Pitt was there. And
That would
who's
be
that one
crazy.
actress? Fucking the one on Wolf of Wall Street. the Bay.
Margot Robbie?
Yeah, Margot Robbie.
Well,
yeah.
she's great.
So hot.
She's good. She's just also good in everything she's
Yeah.
in.
Yeah. No, for real though.
Yeah, well, I think she's actually probably one of my favorite actresses.
Really?
Yeah.
Megan Fox.
No, not a big
great
fan. Although I
actress.
did love. I'm probably in the minority, but I loved all the Transformer movies.
Oh, you're not a minority.
They're
I
fun.
I feel like
love-
those
Yeah.
are great.
I've talking about having a crush. I've loved Shia LaBeouf's
He's incredible.
in anything he's ever. I'm always like, I'm gonna like that movie more just because he's in it.
Yeah, I fell in love with his have you seen him on Hot Ones?
Yeah,
Dude, that's when I was like, dude, this guy's so chill.
yeah. He's especially now. He's pretty
Yeah.
real and just open about talking about his struggles and
Yeah.
Hollywood and yeah.
Vulnerabilities and stuff. That's
Yeah.
what kind of like drew me to him is like, oh man, doesn't really have a filter. He's been through a lot of shit too.
Hey, have you watched the new Paul documentary?
No,
You still haven't watched?
No, we don't have HBO.
Have you watched it? Do you have HBO?
Yeah, I do. I have the Max thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, what is this?
It's Logan and Jake Paul. It's like
Oh no, I
a
haven't.
documentary about their life and their family. It's
No,
pretty
I
good,
want
actually.
to. I'm intrigued by them. I mean, I think Logan Paul.
Dug himself
Don't-
out of a hole.
Yeah, not the biggest fans of them necessarily. I think as necessarily humans. I don't think they always do the most ethical, right things. But
Yeah.
just like, I don't know if any of you watch wrestling, and I'm not like the world's biggest wrestling fan, but I've become a little bit more into it as an adult. Wow, I used to be into it for the storylines and The Rock
Oh,
for
yeah.
Stone Cold and all this, and now I'm like, wow, these guys are insane athletes.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Right?
Logan
And
is
he
Born
is
for that.
unbelievably good at wrestling. Like
Yeah.
the high flying shit. Like he's a freaking athlete
he's found his gift.
for
You
sure.
know what I mean?
For sure.
Like, those two, him and Jake, I would say, arguably the best marketers in the entire world.
They're insane.
Incredible. Yeah.
At
Like-
what they've been able to do. Yeah, especially with the ups and downs they've had, especially the downs to come back up,
Yeah.
right? Like
I feel
good on
like
them.
some of the downs have been on purpose to not downs, but
I don't know
bad
if the
press.
I don't know if the Japanese forest was.
Well, that was
I mean,
Yeah, that
he
was
wasn't
a
gonna
purpose.
recover
And
them.
I think
Crazy.
I think scamming a bunch of people on cryptocurrency
That
also I don't think
too.
was a plan.
Yeah.
No.
I should rephrase that. Yeah. But yeah, Logan plays the heel really well, and he's like a decent, like he's good at antagonizing too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you'll like if you watch the documentary, you'll be like, "Wow, these guys are like humans. They actually
Right.
yeah.
They're pretty chill guys."
It humanizes them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely have to check that out for
Their
sure.
houses too in Puerto Rico.
You know why?
Taxes.
Yeah, there's like some like tax benefit right now from like 2020 to like 2028 or something.
Yeah.
Of like you don't have to pay like income tax or like capital gains tax.
Really?
So like they have all these stocks and they can go live there for 6 months and 1 day, sell their stock. Now they don't
And
have to
yeah,
pay
not the
capital
tax
gains.
penalty.
Oh, interesting.
But
Yeah.
there's a lot of high ups at EXP that have bought houses in Puerto Rico for that reason.
Interesting.
Yeah, Jake's house looks insane. I just saw a video of him doing like a little tour with this other YouTuber, and it was like, holy fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I think he said it was maybe just pulling this out of my ass. I thought he said it was like $36 million, but I could be way off. I don't know
mean-
why that number.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those
Yeah.
guys print money, both of
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
So many different revenue sources.
Here's one for you, Jake. So
Yeah.
last week we had a guest on, and we were talking about the most out of pocket shit she says. Right? Remember?
Oh,
this?
yeah.
We
Yeah.
couldn't come up with anything. I got something.
Okay.
So this was Thursday night, my birthday. Right? We're sitting on the couch, fucking out of the blue. She goes, "When were you born?" I was like, "April 3rd." She goes, "No, what time?" And I'm like, "What?
Oh, that's a good question.
No one's ever asked me that."
Yeah.
That's
That
a good
is
question.
a very good question.
Is it?
I mean, it's
Do you know when
interesting.
you were born?
Yeah, my mom said I think it was like really like 3 a.m.
Oh,
or
yeah.
4 a.m. I know, not good.
I think I was the same. I'm pretty sure I was
Yeah.
I might like early, maybe 5 or 6 in the morning. But I know my mom was in labor with me for like 36 hours. I put up a fight.
Damn, bro, you didn't
That was
want to
a-
leave that shit.
I've been a pain in the ass since day one.
Yeah. When's your birthday?
It was March 13th.
March or okay. Yeah.
Man,
The,
I think I said happy birthday.
Late-
You
Belated
did,
birthday.
you did. Thank you. I appreciate that.
do you have siblings? We haven't even really
I
gotten
am
into
an
your-
Who are
only
you?
child.
Yeah. Who are you?
So my name's Billy, from Northeast Minneapolis. I'm an only child.
Same, nice.
Feel like that's a lucky thing.
Yeah.
Jake hates it.
I hated parts of it, and that like, are your parents still together?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I hated parts of it, and then like, my mom and dad would fight, and then I'd be stuck in the middle and going
Yeah.
back and forth. So like that sucked. And like if anything ever happened to me, I didn't really have like I had cousins, but I didn't, no one to talk to.
Yeah. I have 9 cousins from one aunt, so my family
shit.
was
Fuck.
I have a pretty large, like very close family.
Yeah.
And then I also went to until 8th grade, I went to a really small private school in Minneapolis. And I think we had 10 kids, 11 kids in our grade.
Oh, wow.
And we were, from kindergarten, first, second, that same group every
Yeah.
single year. So we had like an unbelievably tight-knit group
Yeah.
of like 4 or 5 buddies that like to this day I still stay in touch with them, and
that's
like we're
pretty
still
cool.
friends.
Man.
So I was lucky for being an
Yeah.
only child to kind of have that I don't feel spoiled, but I know being an only child, I think like I
By
definitely
default.
yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely was. But I also remember my parents like saying no to me and like, no, you can't do that. We can't afford for you to do that. So
Oh,
like,
100%.
you're out.
It's like you're spoiled by like attention. Like you
Right.
get a lot of attention.
And love,
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
We were at dinner last night for Q1 top producer dinner, and we were talking about like only childs and like how many kids would you have, and Tyler's take was, how could you do that to your kid? Make them an only child. I was like, I don't know about that. I mean, I feel like some
Yeah.
people would want an only child.
Like I said, I feel blessed that like my parents didn't have to split their attention to 3 kids or 2 kids. Like it was all about me.
Yeah.
So like if anything, I
you
feel
were
like
the favorite.
I was
By
and
default,
still
yeah.
unfortunately not unfortunately, but I think I still am their favorite. Like I
Hopefully.
think hopefully. So I feel lucky about it, but then I also see my friends that have like brothers and sisters and the relationship that they have, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that would have been cool to have kind of like that ride or die
For sure.
person in all of life,
I get that.
And like my mom, for example, like she had a miscarriage before me, and then had me, and then had a miscarriage after me. So like she tried to have more than one. So it's like, and then right now like we have one kid who's 3, Felix, and we've been trying for another, but it's just not happening. And so
Yeah.
sometimes it just doesn't happen.
it's not as easy as they made it out when we were in high school, is
No.
it?
The first one was like twice unprotected and boom, or even once, and then now it's like can't do it.
That's so funny. We were just talking about that. Tyler was talking about when they had their first, and he was like, man, there was so much pressure to have that kid.
Oh,
He was like, Ashley was like, we got to go fucking now. Like, you got to come in me now. And he goes, bro, I was not ready for
That
this.
Right.
sucks. That sucks.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, now I'm nervous. Like, am I going to perform? Like,
Yeah. Or like the worst is when like you've been trying for a while and then your partner's like, I'm ovulating, so we have to go like 6 p.m. this Thursday. I should, and it's like, oh, this is so romantic. Like,
Yeah, right? It's
Can't
just
wait
like-
to fuck you. It's like, dude.
we got 3 more hours.
Yeah, yeah,
You gotta wait. It's got to be timed perfectly.
yeah.
But, I don't know. I think we're going to try for kids in 2027.
Nice.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Got
2 years.
Get some traveling in while you can.
Yeah.
Build a house is our goal.
Yeah, there you go. Enjoy
Do you-
that dink lifestyle, right?
Do you have kids?
No.
No. Do you want kids?
I do, and I'm starting to realize, like, if I want to do that, I need to get my ass in gear because I
Yeah.
don't want to be a 70-year-old man at the high school football
Yeah.
game or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
You could be like my fiance's dad. He's 53 and has a 2-year-old.
Well, there you go. Good on him.
Yeah.
Very not good on him.
With a 30-year-old.
So, yes, I want to have a family. I want to do that, but I also just love the freedom of being single and doing
yeah.
what the hell I want whenever I want to.
You're single now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say people sometimes settle because they want a kid so bad and then they're stuck with a kid with a crazy person.
Right.
Don't do that.
Right.
But if you find someone you love and yeah, having a kid, I can't say enough good things about it, but I wish I would have started when I was younger because, man, by the end of the day when I get home, I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm that way now, though.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Which is, I'm
it might not even
23.
matter, honestly.
Like, what the fuck am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I gotta
True.
stop eating microplastics or something.
It's a daily struggle, man. Life's that daily struggle. We all got to you got to make those decisions every day. Do
Yeah.
I eat the M&Ms or do I eat the
Salad.
Yeah, eat the salad. I just like every day there's those constant choices.
Do you eat the salad or do you do a line of Coke? You just
There's
what are you gonna
choices.
do?
There are choices.
not
Every day.
Every single day. There
Put
are
it
choices.
in the salad.
Put it in the salad. Yeah.
Well, now with certain weed stuff, you can just edibles and there's butter, there's
Oh.
everything, right?
Perfect
Great transition.
segue.
I knew we had a segue to make at some point here for you.
Forgot about it.
Thank you to Zeus, past
How
client
did
of mine.
you? Okay, I was just gonna
Past client of
ask.
mine started this company like 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
Zeus.com. You guys can get your own stuff, but this is their PR package to the Pod Gods, our very first PR package. So thank you to our sponsor Zeus.
Incredible.
Truly an incredible
Do you have a
company.
knife on you?
I do. Local. I don't actually. It's
I know.
in
I had to
bag.
turn
got
my
a
knife
key.
in.
What?
When I went to the Wild game, I accidentally brought it, and I went through the metal detector. And they're like, yeah, no.
And you never got it?
Work?
Key. What'd you say?
You never got it back?
No. It was like a $20 Target knife.
Dude, I bet they just got knives all over.
Oh, they got
Thank
them
you.
stacked up. One of
Yeah.
my best friends tried to bring like a Bowie knife through TSA because it was like his hunting bag. So he went on a hunting trip, had like this big knife in his bag, got home, threw it in the closet. 3 months later, taking a flight, threw all his clothes in, and they like pull him aside into the one-on-one check, and the TSA like pulls this, like
Fucking
Rambo
machete.
fucking
I
thought
knife
this was
out.
America.
Yeah, and his face, holy shit. And they're like, so like, what were your plans on this? And he's like, I did not. You can throw it in the trash, like whatever you got to do. That was my mistake.
For the terrorists.
And she's just like, throw it into the fucking pile, like all the other
Damn.
shit that people try to
Damn.
get on planes.
That's
Speaking
crazy.
of weapons, my mom just gifted me her snub nose 357 Magnum,
No way.
a revolver. Yeah.
Dude, that's sweet. We
really
should go
sweet.
shoot it.
I know.
We should.
I
Yeah.
want to.
Let
I
me know,
still haven't
dude.
shot my shotgun.
Ooh, nice. Edibles. I see edibles.
Yes, this is an edible company. So what do we got here?
All right, we got Bliss, cannabinoid infused gummies, 5 milligram, which is like perfect for me.
Yeah, dude.
I'm definitely not
This is
a
Boost.
huge weed guy anymore.
5 milligrams THC, 50 milligrams of caffeine. Supposed to just give you
Oh,
that
that's
boost
cool.
for the day.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very
We
nice.
got
The party
THC tarts.
Yeah, dude. These tarts are they're literally sweet tarts.
Wow. Those
Yeah.
could sound dangerous.
Yeah. 5 milligrams of tart. Just kind of like
This is awesome.
get you going. The Bliss one's supposed to make you happy, I want to say.
That makes sense.
And then what do we got there?
I think that's it, but this is just promoting
That's all right.
promoting
Calm.
another one called Calm. I'm assuming it's like a relaxing.
Calms you down.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I know
Maybe
they-
indica. Enjoy, boys.
Love that. Thank you, Zeus. Go check them out. I know they have a few other ones like a
Like different.
Focus.
What was that website again? Zeus.com?
Yeah.
Z-U-Z. Get Zoos.
Yeah.
ZUUZ.com.
GetZeus.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's they have focus ones, they have sleep ones, they have kind of all kinds of stuff. Great company, local company here in Minnesota.
And
they have a
past
store?
clients, you got to
And
support. You
two
love
of
it.
them, actually, two owners of this company, both are past clients.
That's
Absolutely
awesome.
love it.
One of them's my highest price point ever.
Wowzers.
I would actually I'm kind of excited to try that.
Do you want to
Me
take some
too.
home? I'll take some home, and
Yeah.
you want some?
Hey, I mean,
We'll
I
just-
guess it's I picked the right podcast to show up to today. I get
Yeah.
some goodies.
we
You can have
got
some tarts. I want to try the, what was it? There's Bliss and Boost.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need some bliss in my life, I think.
I think we all need some Bliss.
Listen, you. I got some more topics if you want me to.
Yeah. I
you want me
wrote
to go
down
here.
some.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna talk about my birthday last week. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
Let's do
you're
it.
Good.
So, actually, last podcast we filmed was on my birthday.
That's right.
Let me tell
belated
you.
again.
I started that podcast like I think my car's got a flat tire.
Oh, yeah.
It did.
Yeah,
did have a flat tire.
Your saga, as we could call it.
Man.
What a
So
day.
I started the day. I went to Jimmy John's before I came here. Opened my wallet. Where the fuck's my credit card? Man. Not there. Okay, whatever. Fucking swipe the debit card. Had other cards. Doesn't matter. Got here. Sit down right before we start. Flat tire. I'm like, fuck me. Fuck me. Fuck me. So I call AAA, and they're on their way, and they're like, these EVs don't have spares.
Right.
Because there's not room, which sucks.
Yeah.
So they call me and they're like, where do you want this towed? I'm like, I don't know, just come fucking, there's a screw in my tire. Can't you just patch it? We'll call it a day. They're like,
Yeah.
no, we have to tow it somewhere. I'm like, oh, God. And I'm like, I don't know. Can you give me 5 minutes? She goes, no, I have to cancel, and just hung up. And I'm like, I'm literally sitting here, and I'm like, what? So call one company. They're like, yeah, we're not going to do it either. I'm like, fuck me. Call Discount Tire. They're like, yeah, it'll be probably like 2 hours before you can get you in, but you can drop it off. So tow truck finally comes, get in. I'm like, see you, Jake. Let's see if I get home tonight. Get to Discount Tire, and I walk in, and I meet this guy named Key. Me and this fucking guy, Key, were boys.
Love to hear that.
Dude, I walked in, I'm like, yo, Key, I need a fucking miracle.
He's got your back.
Like, it's my birthday. I'm just trying to get fucking home. Like, help a guy out. He goes, all right. So we get out, look at the car. He's like, yeah, it's close to the shoulder. And if you have a nail in the shoulder of your tire, you have to get a whole new tire. They won't patch it. And I'm like, God damn it. So he's like, all right. Be like an hour and a half before we can look at it. And I'm in Eden Prairie, and it's like fucking 4 p.m. on my birthday. And I'm like, fucking A, whatever.
Worst case scenario. For your birthday, yeah.
Literally, worst case scenario. Everything wasn't going right. And I'm like, all right, I'll grab my backpack. I walk out to my car. I look across the street, and there's a Champs. And I'm like, yes, Champs. I need a fucking beer right
to the rescue.
So I walk over there, grab my backpack, go over there. I open my app to get like an estimate, and it said estimated completion time 9:48 p.m. I'm like, oh, fuck me. So I get to sit at Champs for 5 hours and not get drunk because I have to drive home. And I'm just like, this is going to be awful. Brutal. Guess what? Open my computer, dead. I'm like, can't even work. Can work on my phone, but that's it.
You were having a rough go of it, my friend.
I did find my credit card.
I was going to say, yeah.
I did find my credit card. It was in my under the passenger seat of my car. Fucking thank God.
How it got there, who knows?
And I'm like, okay, whatever. This is going to be $200, whatever. Just get me home. I just want to be home. I'm supposed to be at the bar right now with my boys. Like, this sucks. And then I get a notification from my app that says, like, my alarm system will go on my car if my car gets elevated, which is dumb. Why would the fuck is that?
Like up in the air?
Yeah.
Because I think they can, isn't that like to prevent it from getting jacked up and people stealing your tires and shit, right? You see the car on cinder blocks, right? That's stereotypical.
Damn. Okay, good job, Billy.
Nice.
There we go.
So I get that. I'm like, oh, sweet, it's on the lift. And this was like an hour in. I'm like, this isn't that bad.
That's good news.
And then Key calls me. He goes, bro, we patched it. You're good to go.
Oh, Key.
Shout out,
and
Key.
I'm on the phone with Key.
Shout out, Key.
On the phone with Key, and the bartender drops me a beer. And I'm like, yo, Key, I got to finish this beer, and I'll be right over. And he just goes, and just hangs up. I was like, sweet. I walk into that Discount Tire after that beer to get my car, and I'm expecting to pay. I don't even know how much.
Right.
And there's like, have you guys ever been into a Discount Tire?
I have.
Depressing.
Very.
Fucking just like
Wheels
businessmen
lined up.
and just like people depressed.
Smells like rubber.
It's just awful. It's awful. And I walk in, and Key's like, yo, and I'm like, yo, Key, what up? Like, I was pumped. And I was like, bro, you just saved my birthday. And this other guy was there. He's like, damn right we did. Like, and I'm like, how much I owe you? He goes, this shit was on us, bro. And I was
my
like,
God,
no
they hooked
way.
it up.
Good.
Man,
So,
shout out to Key at Discount Tire
in Eden Prairie, bro, for real. So it literally made my birthday. I was like, let's go. Got in my car, raced home.
What time? I think you texted me or called me like, I'm just leaving Discount Tire.
Yeah, dude, I think I got home at like 6:45.
Yeah.
Not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Not bad at all. When I thought I was going to be there till 10.
Yeah.
I think you left here at like 4.
Yeah, so it wasn't like, it was honestly not that bad.
And you got to go to Champs.
And I had a few beers. Yeah. Played some E-tabs.
There we go.
I won
Great birthday.
$75,
Wow.
then I lost it all. But hey, that's a different story.
That's E-tabs for you.
But it is. And then I got home. Maddie had this great little happy birthday with a 2 and a 3 balloon, like just cute shit. She got me a golf shirt that's got blackjack on it.
Nice.
Like, some sweatpants, and I cooked a steak and
What kind of steak?
Ribeye.
T-bone.
T-bone,
yeah.
okay. Medium rare, medium. What are we? You're a medium guy, huh?
And gotta make sure. So what we do is, if I get a porterhouse, basically a big T-bone, me and Maddie can split it.
That's fair.
So it's like, all right, I'll do that. So I got to go medium. She likes a little more done. I'm like, I like chewing
More
on the
well
bone.
done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like chewing
Same
on the
with mine.
bone, so it's like
Me
a little,
too, yep.
little more raw
That's
next
fair.
to the bone. So I'm fine with that. So it's kind of best of both worlds. But then I was pretty high because I got home and I just fucking took a shot of THC. I'm like, I need to
Right,
shot?
yeah,
Oh,
take a
is it?
break.
Yeah, I just need to forget today.
Yeah.
And like 8 p.m. on my door. I'm like, who the fuck
The
is
police!
who is at my house right now?
It was Key.
That'd be crazy. No, it was my
What a
neighbor.
twist.
It was my neighbors with a cake. So it was on. It was just like I was like, oh, dude, this is with Megan brought a cake that
Yeah.
day, and it was like, sweet, this actually made up for my birthday. So
Very nice.
Pretty
What a
Was it
story
a good
arc.
cake?
pretty. Yeah, it was an ice cream cake from Dairy Queen.
Oh.
Shout fucking
Hey,
out,
not
best
bad.
thing ever.
Can't beat ice cream cake.
I
And the best
love
part
ice
about
cream
it,
cake.
it said "Happy Birthday Vegas Brady" because I love
Oh,
to
Vegas.
gamble.
There we go.
Hey.
Yeah. So overall, great
Birthday.
Great birthday.
Yeah, you did it.
We ended up going to the casino. You made it past 23. We went to the casino the next day and we won too, so it was even better.
Wowzers. I got to start gambling more with you.
Well, let's go.
Let's.
Dude, I'm down.
I'm gonna
Diamond
restart
Joe's.
this. I can't believe it's been a half hour already.
I'm down for Diamond Jones.
I wanted to go to, I just want to go play craps, dude. I love craps.
I want to go down there for the first 2 rounds of the tourney one year. Just go belly up at a sports book and just.
I just want to belly up anywhere right now. to be honest.
yeah, that's fair. Come to happy hour in an hour, my friend.
Yeah,
just-
we gotta wrap this up probably. You gotta
I just
get
had
out
a
of
few
here.
questions. Put these back up. My ears are sweating.
Yeah, dude, I'm
Hot ears. I'm nice and comfy.
You're comfy?
Yeah, I'm in my
Okay.
natural element in front of lights, talking into a
Yeah.
microphone. It's like
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
doing Twitch all over again.
Oh, true.
dude, you were like, this is like your addition again.
Yeah,
All over again.
I love to talk.
Dude,
And
you
especially
got a good
about
voice,
nothing.
too.
I like to just talk about kind of like Seinfeld, the show about nothing.
It's like filler.
We didn't talk about anything. I just showed up 20 minutes late, but I showed up, and
We just went.
it's my
were-
favorite way to do it.
We were late to like set up too, so it wasn't like
I
we were
got
just
here
like,
at, like
oh.
right at 2:01, like, and then we went upstairs and bullshitted. And what's your question? 'Cause
These
I
are
got a
just
couple more
stupid.
things.
If you could curse someone with a minor inconvenience, what would the curse be and why? Like, for example, mine would be if I didn't like someone, just always their shoes become untied 5 minutes after they tie them.
That's
every
a good
time.
one. I was going to
Man,
say,
that
have to
would
put
suck.
air in your tire every time you drive.
Oh, that would suck.
To like always just have like 22 psi in one tire.
Oh, yeah.
That would be a good one, right?
That would be awful.
That would
yeah, that's a
suck.
good one. That's a really
That
good
would
one.
suck.
I just know that sucks because I had one tire with a slow leak this winter.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it was
those are the
like
worst.
anytime the temperature would plummet, like, fuck, I got to hit holiday tomorrow and fucking put air in my tire again.
And you can see it too. It like
Yeah.
protrudes out a little bit.
Yeah, that would be a really good one. What about now? If this was someone who was a drinker, sodas, beers, whatever. Every time they went to open a soda, the tab broke and didn't open it.
Oh,
God,
that's a good one.
dude, where are you coming up with this?
Psycho.
I don't know. I am a complete utter. I guess I'm really good at finding minor inconveniences
That
in
would
life.
suck.
Wouldn't that be annoying as hell?
That is a good one though. That's a
The
really good one.
shoelace one would suck.
Yeah, me and my buddies on our Discord, we have a bit with each other where I'll be like, "Hey, Brady, you still there?" And I'm like, "Yeah," and I'll just crack a brand new beer straight into it. And we all go, "Oh, you got cracked on, bitch!" Like, "Oh, you got you so good."
Got you, bitch.
That's our bit. We just crack cold ones on each other.
That was a good question, Jake.
I
Good job.
heard another good one too would be like to always have wet socks. Or like wet, like the end of your sleeves are wet. Though that sucks.
Especially on a cold day too.
Yeah.
With a little wind.
It's like rubbing against.
Just a little ice cold.
Fuck.
Just yeah. Oh, that's a gross one.
I have two. We'll do two more. You can only listen to one song for the rest of your life. Which song are you choosing? We'll go with you this time, Brady.
God.
I feel like yours is going to
Jordan
be
Belfort.
different than.
I be getting dirty money, Jordan Belfort, stacking
What's that
penny
from?
stocks when I'm flipping these birds.
Who is that?
That song's a banger.
Yeah, it is.
I
is
use
that?
that as the song for my application to get into my big money fantasy league.
No way.
Yeah, it was me in like a Julio Jones jersey, like talking about how good I am at fantasy football with that song in the background.
Who is it?
Jordan Belfort was the guy that
Wolf of Wall Street,
Yeah, Wolf
right?
of Wall Street. And yeah, who's the rapper?
I don't even know. It's like literally
Like
is
one
like his
hit
only
wonder.
song.
Yeah.
I would say that or bands make her dance right now, but that's just
Those
'cause of
for the
Ovechkin.
rest of your life.
Yeah, dude, fuck it.
Those are okay. Okay.
What are you gonna go, Beethoven? Like,
I would need
get your old
something-
ass out of here.
I would need something like timeless that, I don't know. Maybe like a Led Zeppelin, like Stairway to Heaven is like timeless. I feel like
Mine would be the song Atlantic City by the band.
Atlantic's.
Play it.
I've probably.
We're gonna
heard
get
it, right?
copyrighted, but whatever.
Meet me tonight in Atlantic City. It's got like a little bit of mix of,
Genre blending.
yeah, a little genre blending. And then that's also the song we listened. Yeah.
Ooh, I like this.
Do you have YouTube Premium? How did you not get an ad?
Yeah.
Man,
YouTube Premium got too spendy. I had to cancel that shit.
$10.
Yeah, I had to cancel it. I had got
Oh, that's a good song. Yeah.
Feel it last night. Yeah, this is a banger.
That is a bang. Yeah. 10 million views for sure.
Bruce, I don't know
That's
if
a good
Bruce
one.
Springsteen originally wrote it and then the band covered it, or if the band originally wrote it and I think it was the first way. Bruce
Okay.
Springsteen wrote it and then the band covered it. Yeah.
Next question. Do you have any pets?
Yes, I have a dog.
Okay. What's your dog's name?
Coda.
Coda. What kind of dog is Coda?
He's a husky.
Oh,
Oh,
nice. Do you,
beautiful name too.
That is a, yeah. How do you?
Coda?
Coda, yeah.
Can I steal
Koda.
that for my kid?
Please do. I actually have a baseball player on the team I coach right now whose name is Coda, and I think it's like my
How do you
favorite
spell
name.
it?
I spell my dog Koda, Coda. My baseball player is Kota with a T, Kota.
So you walk through the door. How are you greeting your dog? Same voice, same.
Oh, hi, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, Coda boy, so good to see you.
Yeah.
Come here.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's a little 3-year-old baby. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
care
He's my
how
boy.
He doesn't even do that to his fucking kid, and his kid's 3.
Dude, I'm trying to think. Realistically, I walk through the door. What's up, dude? That's usually the. But my cat, little Darwin, voice goes 12 octaves up. Just But yeah, dude. I don't care how big of a dude you are, your dog or cat. You become
Little Snickerbicker,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Can't help it.
Oh, yeah. And this is my second husky. I went to St. Anthony High School, and our mascot was the Huskies. So my parents got a husky when I was in high school, and then we just kind of became a husky family.
Do they shed a lot?
Oh, like it's so bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad. I have to keep lint brush. Like I have multiple lint brushes
Dude, for
in
wearing
my
black,
car.
you
In
look good.
my
Brave. Yeah, dude, no hair.
I lint brushed the shit out of myself before I came out
Yeah,
here.
you're
Yeah.
like, I know what's.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I know.
get
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
shit on.
Cats, same thing.
Yeah, cats just get me.
Brutal.
I love them. Love my boys and girl.
Is your dog pretty, like, does it bark? Does it talk a lot?
He
Or do you-
howls, but
yeah.
no, he doesn't really bark. No,
Okay.
neither of the huskies I've had bark. They just howl when
Yeah.
they get excited. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's fun, though.
it's way better than barking.
I think the last question, this is so bland, but there's an asteroid coming to Earth. How are you spending your last day from start to finish?
Oh, yeah.
Roughly.
18 holes
Oh,
at
that's
like
good.
6:05 a.m. Preferably with no one out there, so I can just cruise
Oh, that'd
through in
be
like
cool.
2.5 hours. Be done with it.
So nice.
Ideal diner for breakfast in Northeast Minneapolis. Probably a massage. I love a good back massage.
Yeah.
So a massage.
Happy ending?
Rub and tug?
If it's my last day, yes.
Yeah.
If the asteroid is coming, like let's just have some fun,
Yeah.
right?
Do me a solid.
Yeah, and then probably Cuiviette for lunch in Minneapolis.
What is it?
Cuiviette.
Cuiviette. What kind of food is that?
Vietnamese. They have the best
Oh,
egg.
nice.
They have the egg rolls on a stick at the state fair.
Okay.
With
It
the
is,
wontons.
yeah.
They're the best
Yeah.
egg rolls on the planet. And then a nice long video game session to wrap the night up.
Man, that's
great.
it.
With a
day.
fat joint.
It's a great day.
Probably
Yeah.
a few of those throughout the day, too.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Just spending time with the family. Video games. Depends, like, yeah, if it's summer, maybe out on a lake, like a beach, just hanging out with the kid. I don't know. My standards for, like, fun now are so low. It's like I'd rather just watch my kid have fun because that's fun.
That's fair.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe get to bed early.
Yours would involve not having a flat tire, I would guess, Brady.
Yeah.
Mine's gonna involve
Go
like
hang out with Key.
hanging out with Maddie basically all day, and probably going to the casino, cashing out all my money, and just having like 50 bands to just fucking go nuts. Just I got
20
nothing to
grand
fucking
on
lose.
red, baby.
Like I don't give a fuck. Let's have some fun.
What happens when you win? Then you're just
Oh, and then I win. And I die.
yeah.
Then the asteroid
We all
hits,
lose.
Yeah.
and
but-
the end of Deep Impact happens.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a lot of fun. I don't know. At the end of the day, just hang out with Maddie.
If you had
Yeah.
to put every dime to your name right now on red or black, what
Red.
would you put it on?
Red.
Yeah.
Always red?
Always red for me.
Is that like a poker thing? Like do poker
No, I just
players?
like red.
Oh, okay.
I do it for the Julio Jones jersey, my blood red Julio Jones jersey.
Yeah. Jordan Belfort.
Jordan Belfort. I don't have a question, but I have a statement that I heard the other day that I thought would be an interesting one.
Yeah.
And maybe you guys have heard this before.
All right.
But I was nerding out on they found some new
Pyramid?
shit underneath the pyramids.
Oh, yeah.
100%. Did you
Yeah.
guys talk about this?
Yeah.
No, we haven't
couple
talked about
episodes. Yeah, we did.
Did we?
Yeah.
We just been DMing about
Well, I
it.
thought that I
Oh,
remember
maybe that
you
was
talking
it.
about it. I thought that
We
I
could've.
remember you talking about it because that's why I wanted to bring it
Yeah.
up, because I heard this fact about how old Egypt is and how long Egypt would, like the old Egyptic dynasty, whatever you'd say
Yeah.
that, right? Cleopatra was born closer to the invention of the iPhone than she was to the date the pyramids were built.
Yeah, that's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
And that's like hard for me to fathom.
Well, the pyramids were built like thousands of years before like Egypt was Egypt.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just crazy. I
Yeah.
don't know. I heard that and I was like, that's hard for me to fathom that time scale.
Well, and then you got to think like
yeah.
now that we've found out using like the lidar radar,
Right.
all the structure under the pyramid, it's like okay, well obviously they were way more advanced than we could have ever even comprehended. Even maybe like more so than we are now.
Yeah, it's
Agreed.
crazy. I've gone down that rabbit hole hard from the Joe
Oh,
Rogan
yeah.
podcast and him having that Graham Hancock guy on, and then they
Yeah.
talk about Gobekli Tepe, and yeah, I could talk
Mayan
about that shit
stuff
for
and-
hours.
oh, yeah,
I'm way into it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
now you're
dude,
speaking my language.
Yeah.
That technology back then is more advanced than anything we have now.
Yeah, it's crazy how they just moved the stones to build the pyramids.
It's like hundreds of miles. The stone was like sand,
The
not
quarry, yeah.
sandstone. Yeah, it's like hundreds of miles away from
Yeah.
where it is now, and it's
Yeah,
just-
it's hard to fathom. That's one thing that I wish I would have done when I was in the UK that I didn't do was get to see Stonehenge.
Oh,
I really
yeah.
wanted to go see it, even though it's just like a bunch of rocks in the field. But just like, how did they move?
or Easter Island. They
Yeah,
found
that would
out
be
that like
sick.
some of the structures are
like full bodies.
Yeah, they go deep,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. And there's still even some that are like underground that are hundreds of feet tall, and it's like
The one thing about Easter Island that I just never remember where Easter Island really is on the globe.
yeah, where is
Isn't
it?
it like
I don't even
near?
know.
I thought it was like Papua New Guinea, like over near Australia type stuff.
That
right?
sounds
like
right.
New
Between
Zealand.
like there and like Chile, but I think it's closer to like South America.
Yeah.
which
Oh,
is
okay.
just wild.
I didn't even know actually. Now,
Because-
if I'm being
No, yeah, not
honest.
me too. I'm kind of just talking out of my ass.
I know it
it's,
exists.
It's close by South America though. It's like
Interesting.
when you think about like the old times, you're thinking Europe, Egypt, and this is like on the other side of the world,
Right.
Yeah.
which is crazy in my mind.
Yeah.
Well, they've
Yeah.
been finding stuff in the rainforest too, like that's just
Yeah.
been overtaken by growth. That's like maybe people were living here and like doing some advanced shit.
Yeah.
A long fucking
mean-
time ago. And like there's connections between like DNA between people you find in like certain areas of South America that have like the same things as like Aboriginal people from Australia.
Yeah.
So like how the fuck would they have on different sides of the globes?
Even different sides of like the tectonic plates.
Yeah, it's
Back
just
in Pangea.
Yeah.
yeah, just crazy stuff. Yeah, it's really fun for me. That's one of my, like I said, my kind of my wind down, like have an edible, smoke a joint, hit something THC related.
Yeah.
And then like go down some really weird rabbit hole of YouTube.
It's hard to wind down when you start getting into it though, because I
It's
keep
hard to turn
wanting
it
to
off.
dig.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like a mindless thing. But I just started getting into like how there were like giants back then. Have you
Yeah.
gotten into that hole?
giants are a crazy one. The Dyatlov Pass incident
What is
one.
that?
That's like those. It was like in like the 50s or 60s, in like the Ural Mountains in the USSR.
Okay.
These kids went hiking, and they like quote unquote disappeared, and then they ended up finding them, but they like cut their tent from the inside to like escape in the middle of a blizzard. Like and there's like high levels of radiation on their clothing.
Yes, I do know what you're talking about.
And there's another some lighthouse in the UK that like the lighthouse keepers just vanished. Like a boat came to like resupply them, and there was no one there, and like there was like half-eaten meal like on the table.
That's creepy.
And they were on this little island. Like there was no like those kind of weird unsolved mysteries. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps like just talking about it and thinking about that shit.
Dude.
Oh, I love going down those
Joe
rabbit
Rogan,
holes.
he has like perfect guests for the. Did you watch the Ian Carroll one?
Yeah, I watch him. I'm a pretty big fanboy.
Yeah.
That's kind of like my white noise background. I just kind of usually have him on.
Yeah.
Dude, he posts a lot.
Rogan?
Yeah.
Yeah, like 3 times a week. And all the episodes are like 3 or 4 hours, usually.
It's crazy.
And then, he goes like, and it's cool because you get like a mix of having a political figure on to having like a conspiracy theorist on talking about
scientist.
To a doctor.
or like a
comedian.
nutrition specialist, and they talk about enzymes and proteins, and it's just like there's always something. And even if I'm not into it, I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is going to be an interesting.
Yeah.
Most of his conversations are interesting, so like I'm just going to listen.
If Rogan picks someone, usually it's for like a good reason. Because
that's why it's the biggest thing
by
in the
far.
world. Just even more than podcast. It's like even just from like
biggest show.
Just like show, like the views it gets on YouTube and everything. Like it's just.
It's incredible.
Bigger than the pod gods, barely.
Well, you guys just hit 100 episodes, so we're growing and growing over
Watch
here.
out, Joe Rogan. Billy, let's ask you the last question.
Hold on,
here.
I gotta ask you guys one thing.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever been driving down the interstate? Say you're in the left lane, and there's a semi in the right lane, but there's even a slower semi in the right lane. That semi throws on its turn signal to go left. Have you guys ever flashed your lights to let the semi truck driver know, like, hey, it's all good, you can come over?
Yes.
And have they ever like turned on their hazards?
There are 4 ways
to say thank you.
Bro.
Yeah.
That's road talk, man.
Literally gives me a heart boner every time.
You're not alone.
Literally the best thing ever. It happened to me yesterday, and I was like, I literally wrote it down. I'm like, you have to talk about this on the podcast because made my week.
You feel like you're part of some like
community.
Yeah, like this group, like only we like. Don't worry, like I know about this. You might not know about this, but I know about this.
That was really popular in the UK.
Really?
I think that's where it started. Because I didn't know about it either until a couple years ago when I heard a UK YouTuber talking about it, and I was like, what?
Yeah, dude.
So now, like the past 6 months, I've started, if someone scoots over when they're in the fast lane to let me go, I turn the hazards on for like usually 3
blinks?
Yeah.
No way. Wow.
Maybe 4 if I'm feeling generous.
Damn.
I'm a 2 blink guy because I'm saying thank you. That's the way that my mind
Thank you so much.
Nah, he's more like, fuck you, I hate you.
Or you could take the 2 blinks as fuck you.
Oh, yeah.
Either way,
get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah, it could be way off.
12 blinks.
Yeah.
Really
but
going
no,
at him.
hit him with the question. He probably knows the question. He's watched this enough.
How do you want to be remembered when you're gone?
I want to be remembered as someone that put a smile on people's faces and was able to entertain them somehow.
Oh, easy.
Great.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's kind of,
Fantastic.
I just like to make people happy.
Yeah.
Man,
And
you made me
entertainment,
happy.
I think, is the easiest way to do that.
It's a great episode.
Great episode.
Thank you
Made
so
me
much for
happy.
having me.
Billy,
Very,
thank
very
you. How do you
excited.
pronounce your last name again?
Anstett.
Anstett.
We'll have
Billy,
to have you back
awesome.
on sometime.
Yeah. Shout out
Anytime.
Billy.
I'm down to come bullshit anytime. Thanks for
out.
having me. Peace.
Like, comment, subscribe. Hit the like button. I already said that. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.